copy of the software.
Ta-da!
Oh, wow. Good morning. Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Friday.
Can I get him excited?
Friday giveaway day on the 4th of March. I don't know what it is, but everybody had a bunch of people like refer to the 4th as like a day that something was happening. So
I thought last night I was gonna get murdered last night.
oh my God.
And this morning, so I've been driving.
And this morning?
No, this morning I figured it out. So I stayed a little bit later last night, and then I've been driving my mother-in-law's car because they're out of town, and so they brought me the car, and that way, although we should have driven together today.
We couldn't have. You were.
I was doing my
something.
domestic diva duties. So when I got into the car, I opened up the car. The light was on in the back, one of the lights, and I thought, oh my God, somebody was in the car. But I had locked it midday through the day, and I don't know if I'd locked it in the morning. So then I went over around and I like turned off the light, and she's got a little hatchback. So I thought, somebody's in there. Somebody's in there, and when I start driving, they're gonna come up front and they're gonna get me. So I tried to look in the back, and I couldn't. Like, I didn't want to get too close because then they would have grabbed me. This
is a woman who watches way too much HLN.
I'm aware of my surroundings. I look around and I always think somebody could be in the car. So, there's like the hatchback like this, and something covers the back. So I couldn't see in it. And then I stood far away and tried to open up the hatchback door, and it wouldn't open. So I got in the car, I called Patrick, and then
She's like, I'm so scared. You gotta talk to me the whole way home. I'm like, well, if something hasn't happened now, it's not. You might as well let me do what I'm doing.
Then I drove my car to like South Virginia, and then I looked again at everything, and I still couldn't see anyone. But I swear something was rolling around in the back, and I thought,
my God.
Oh, if somebody gets me, then I'll make a quick turn and they'll fly over. I was planning so I wouldn't be abducted. So then this morning, and then I made Patrick stay on the phone with me the whole time, and I got out of the car and I ran into the house. I was so scared the whole time, and the whole time I was driving, I was looking in my rearview mirror. I was looking in it, waiting for somebody's head to pop up and come at me, so then I could stop and jump out of the car. Anyways, nothing happened. This morning, when I went to get in the car, I realized that when you open up the car door, the lights just, all the lights come on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was it. Nobody was trying to get me.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That's how it works in most cars.
I was so scared the whole time. And you just wanted to get off the phone with me.
Well, because I was, and this is pertinent to work in the store, I was updating our price increases from Kimberbell.
You didn't call me. I would have come got you.
I was scared. Scared.
So let's talk about that really quick, because there's a lot of Kimberbell product in the store that as of March 1st is mispriced. So there will be a sign that we're putting up today, because I was able to get through the price increases in our system. And for our in-store system, not our online system. So I don't believe your Journey can read DST. It needs PES.
It's DST, Michelle, is that like the
International Language of Industrial Embroidery Machines, and many domestic machines read it as well.
Do you think a Journey will?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it needs to be a PES.
Yeah, if there's no
Yeah,
difference in
but
the file
the
content.
multi-needle would read the DST,
Yes.
right? So the multi-needles read DST, but not
But
not
there's
any
no
of our.
difference in the file content.
See, Kathy,
other
we
than
need
there's
to get
no
you
color
a
information.
multi-needle now. So, so so there's going to be a sign in the store saying that due to price increases that are in the computer, it's going to take us a while to get through the product. And
There's a lot of
reprice
product
it.
to reprice.
There's a lot of product to reprice, but there's going to be a sign in the store that essentially says that Kimberbell product, due to a price increase, is currently being repriced, and prices will default to what is shown at the register. So yeah, so that's just something to know.
Cheryl says her Aventura reads DST.
Well,
I
then
did
the
not.
Other one too. Well,
I
too.
did not know that. I've never tried anything in my machines other than PES and PHC.
So my question would to
And
them
P-
would be, why would
PHX.
they want that? Because the color information won't be there.
And Michelle is saying, why would you want the DST? Because the color information won't be there.
And there's no difference in the design.
And the design's exactly the same, except
Well,
no
maybe
color.
they just have a circumstance.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, if they could get
yeah.
the PES, they'd get the PES. Maybe they just have a circumstance where they had to get a DST.
Yeah, and their friend's like, I've got this DST for you. You
They
want
like
it?
open the jacket. You want this?
You want this
You want
DST?
this DST?
Ah, jeez. Okay, let's talk about price increases with Kimberbell. If you got your clear blue tile, good for you, because the essential pack that was $129 is now $149.99. So instead of $130, it's $150.
You want to give them one more day at that price?
Yeah. You know what?
If you come and get it today,
or I'll change it on the site.
no, don't even change it on the site.
But what if they're
like,
not from here?
Well, if they're not from here, call us. Because
Okay.
it's too difficult to. We just went through changing everything. I'm not changing it back.
Patrick spent 2.5 hours last night doing repricing stuff in the system. Yeah, it's fun, huh?
Well, and I guarantee my
then-
system was more efficient.
Then why
We're
don't you
gonna-
share that with me?
Well,
why don't
because-
you help me? Do you want me to work hard and
No.
stay here late?
No.
Then why don't you share that with me?
Well, who did the
Or why
work
don't you
last
do
night?
it for
Who
me
did the
if
who
you're
did
so
the
much
work
more
last
efficient?
night? Who did
You
the
want to
work last
punish
night?
me?
You want me dead? Where do you get this? Where do you get this?
I'm playing the victim.
She grew up in a
I just-
household where it was like, "You want me dead?"
Patrick, you're airing my. I never said that. That wasn't me. That wasn't me saying that.
I said you grew up in a house with that.
And
You
I
want-
never ever said that to anyone in my household.
No,
either.
no, but you're always like, "I'm gonna die soon,"
I do say that to my kids to make them feel bad. I'm like,
and Violet starts crying. Like,
She
"I
doesn't-
don't want you to die. Why do you always say that?"
she doesn't cry.
Oh.
That's the one thing that doesn't make her cry. She's just always like, I don't know why you always say that. I'm like, because I want you to feel bad and spend more time with me. Because I only get you for a little while. So come cuddle with me on the couch. You never know. I always say you never know, and I'll just be gone. And then you could have spent that time with me, and you didn't.
Genie.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I always remind my kids that, like, I mean, that's like real deal. Like, my dad was gone when I was
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
So give Mama some love. This might be helpful. Embroidery. I love it.
Secretary Monday.
Secretary Monday, thank you very much. I just love Secretary
So
Monday.
let's talk a little bit about the tulip pin
Oh,
tweezers
wait,
too.
but we're not done talking about Kimberbell. Some of the price increases, like I repriced spring showers. If you asked for it before the price increase, I'm doing it at the pre-price increase price. But for instance, fabric kit and backing, same. That's Maywood. That's different from Kimberbell. Fabric is Maywood. All embroidery designs, embellishment kits, notions, that's Kimberbell.
Kimberbell.
So those were the same. embroidery design went from, I think, $69.99 to $74.99.
So,
just to let me just finish really quickly. And then the embellishment kit stayed the same. So it's not like everything.
No, it was pretty much every day.
Pretty much
so
everything.
like everything that was $29.99 became $34.99. Everything that was $34.99 became $39.99. The stuff that was $67.99 became $74.99. There were a couple things that had big price increases, where it was like $15 or $20, where I was like, ooh, there must have been something in there where their costs went way up. But across the board, the prices went up. So as far as blue tiles are concerned, you've got today. So, and actually just reach out to the store if you missed it. Call us and we'll get you that through the end of the weekend. Just because I know there are a lot of people that don't watch this live. Stabilizers,
and
stuff
we're gonna
like
do
that.
we're gonna do that blue tile as a. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that. What time is it, Patrick? Because I have a sold one that starts
9:41.
9:41. Okay.
So while she's looking at that, I'm going to touch base on something. So I talked down about the Tula Pink tweezers.
He did.
Because the picture of the Tula Pink tweezers that was given to us by Tula Pink was different than the tweezers that we got. So the tweezers that we got are identical to the Femore tweezers, but they're that titanium finish. So in the picture, they showed these like big bulbous kind of finger things. And so just to kind of highlight, we've changed that, we've updated it. But
I took new pictures of that. And I'm waiting for more of those to come in. If you ordered the Femore tweezers, and I said it on the live feed, they will be back in stock at my distributor on the 4th, and then we'll get them after that, and then I will send everyone's out. This is clear blue tiles, and what it is it's a quilting system. So if you don't have a camera, if you don't have the 10.5 by 16 inch hoop, if you have grids that you work with, then you can use a system like this. And even if you have the greatest and the latest machines, you can use this system too, and it's really easy. I know a lot of people that have Luminaire and Solarises that have this, and this is what they've been using. There's quilt squares, there's border squares, there's all sorts of stuff. So what I'm going to work on when I go on vacation is there's a little project in here, and it is a quilted table runner. Here, you can see it right here. So if you do have clear blue, and there's instructions in here.
What machine are you taking?
I'm piecing. This is just piecing.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to piece this, but then what we'll do is we'll do a class where we use the clear blue to quilt it. So so that's what I'm going to be, and I have that beautiful 4th of July fabric, so they have it in all different themes. I'm going to be using that. Very fun. So this clear blue system right now at the new pricing with this and this.
Karen Rickman says she's been loving hers.
Do you love it? This is $200 now. It was $160, 30.
So you've got until Monday.
You've got until Monday. I'll do it at the
And we're closed on Monday, so it's really reach out to the store.
Just send me a note. Just
or
send me a
send Jeannie
note,
a
and I'll
note,
save one for you.
in the next couple of days.
And yes, Betty Stogner, it's totally the guilt trip. But I don't really it's not like I really mean it. She's like, I'm too busy. I'm like, okay, bye. I hope I'm here when you're gone, when you get back. Okay, what else did we want to talk to?
I was telling somebody this morning, I was like, I don't know if I'm that worried about empty nest syndrome. Like, I think I'm going to have a good time. I got home last night. It's been a long week, and I got home last night to a sink full of dishes that were like, it was like 3 days of kids' dishes. Because I know the dishes that we've been using, and I was like, I had some words for the kids.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I opened the garbage and everything's overflowing, and I'm like, I take the garbage out probably 50% of the time, and I'm like, that's not okay. I'm like, you guys, like, what, you just gonna come in and stack something on top? Like, this is all your stuff. Yeah. Get this stuff out to the garbage can.
Yeah.
Our kids are like, okay, Dad.
Yeah. I think I'm always like, you're responsible for this, this, and this. And then I'm like, oh, they're so busy. I'll just do it. Or I'm like, you're responsible for pay for these things. And then I'm like, oh, they work so hard. I'll just pay for it.
You're the worst.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst parent.
You're not the worst parent.
I'm not the worst parent.
You're like you're just like another kid.
Oh, I'm the worst dog mom. I do all the things I'm not supposed to do. Okay, so
give the dog some food.
Don't forget.
Feed him off your fork.
Yeah, I make him. I like feed him from the table. It's kind of a joke. It's kind of a joke.
Not really.
I'm like, Kai.
It's a wonderful having an empty nest. Then they come home when they're 45 and live with you a year.
Oh, geez, that's funny, Carol. Okay, so don't forget, today is we're doing the sew along. So it's the pennant banner. I should run and get it. It starts at 10:30. But do I have it here? I don't have it here. Where is it? Oh, it's right there, Patrick.
What are you're playing something on here? Where?
Right there.
Oh, spring is in the air.
Yep. And remember all the ladies in the class, we're making it into, it's going to be just a front tank top, and then we're going to put the rest of the strap here and just tie it in the back. This is just, there's no back to it. It's just a front tank top. And these will be gone. And we're just going to put the straps, one here, and then we're just going to tie it around.
I thought that was mesh with zippers.
Oh, yeah, mesh with zippers. This is what we're doing today. It's going to be super, super fun. And just have your stuff ready. It starts at 10:30. You should have gotten your Zoom information. Tomorrow, this is not the one that you're doing tomorrow. This is the one that Michelle did last month. But this is Frosty Goes to Town. And tomorrow is the next sew-along. So the sew-along starts at 10 a.m. and it goes to 11. We'll send you an email today confirming everything. But it's just an hour. It's just to get you started with the applique. If you haven't cut before, if you haven't done the first class before, then we can talk to you about the recording of the class if you wanted to jump in on something like that. But this is going to be tomorrow. Have everything ready. It's going to be fun. And if Frosty's something that you want and you didn't get it, I think I have a couple more kits.
So I got a couple emails regarding cutting tables from yesterday. The cutting table that I had in the store sold yesterday afternoon and is going home on Saturday. If anybody wants to see the cutting table, come today or early tomorrow because it's going home after work on Saturday. That said, I got a phone call from Pat. And Pat was like, Pat's the unique. He's the owner of Unique Sewing Furniture. And he's like, hey, I wanted to give you the heads up. I'm passing through Reno the second week of April.
Yeah.
If you want something, I'll be delivering the second week of April. So if anybody wants one of those cutting tables, I've got about a week and a half to get Pat orders to be delivered the second week of April. So I've had some folks that have reached out. I need to call Christina. Don't let me forget that. I've had some folks that have been looking at cabinets and kind of trying to figure out what they're doing. It's rare for me to actually have a date before I order the cabinets, but I have the date. So one other product thing. So we got a crazy deal.
Ooh, we did.
On a Brother Enovis XJ1.
And what is that the equivalent to in Baby Lock?
That is the equivalent to the Altair. So it is a $14,000 combination machine. There's a national special on those machines right now for $89.99.99.
Can we beat that, Patrick?
$7,000.
Are we gonna beat it today?
$7,000.
Let's go $69.99.
There it is.
Yeah.
So I've got one machine that volume pricing, crazy deal.
Hey, so
And,
okay, so what is it? Can we even put that up here? Are we allowed to?
You
Probably
can put it
not.
on Facebook, like log in and put it on Facebook. But yeah, so it's the Brother Stellar XJ1. If anybody's ever talked to me about these machines, you know what I say. They didn't really replace the Dream Machine, but they were the machine that fits where the Dream Machine sat in the lineup. It's an app-driven camera situation, but it does have Design Center, does have the 9.5 by 14-inch hoop, does fills
What's
and all
the
that
national
stuff.
special?
The national special is basically $9,000. It's $89.99.
And we're doing it for $2,000
I'm
less
gonna
than
do
that.
it
Can
for
we ship that?
$69.99.99.
Can we ship it?
It's not
We
a
can't
shippable
ship it.
machine. I can
You
ship.
gotta be
I can
here.
ship Altairs.
Do you want anything besides
I'll do
tomorrow?
something crazy on Altairs too, and I
Just
have.
search your pillow, right?
No, no.
I have Altairs
embroidery.
in stock as well. I don't think
Okay.
I can actually
I'll change
match
it
that
out here.
price on the Altair, but
Oh no.
it's a unique circumstance. So for that's the price of a used Stellaire.
Cindy's got one. Yeah, and that's a crazy.
It's a crazy deal.
Crazy
So,
deal.
So,
Do I have to be
anyways, so you
here?
need
What
to
is
kind of
it?
get
No,
going.
no, my class starts at 10:30. What is it?
Oh,
What is it?
Brother Stellaire XJ1.
Stellar XJ1 equivalent to.
So in any
So
case,
that's going to be top of the line sewing and embroidery features.
yeah, it's one model below the Luminaire. I also
Equivalent.
I got 3 Luminaires. And I kind of got a crazy deal on the Luminaire. It was kind of good. Brother was wheeling and dealing last month, actually.
We cannot ship this.
So I got 3 Luminaires
What
at
was
a
the
crazy
retail on that?
price. They're $13.99.99, and or they must know somebody in town who can come do the deal. I could ship
Yeah.
it if it's bought in the store.
Yeah, somebody comes here, $69.99.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
There is no upgrade for the XJ1 yet. There may have been updates, but I haven't seen. I mean, maybe we're looking at XJ2s this year. I don't know. Like, it's been 2 years that the Stellaires have been out, but they are a beautiful machine. So, crazy deal. So, in any case, crazy deals on the Luminaire too. I got 3 of them at I saved several $100s on each of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's that.
Zipper jigs are on their way. I had there was probably 20 that went out the door, so there's another 20 coming in. So, and it seems like Bohemian Blue was the most popular color. So that's going to be going on. I will let you know as soon as that's all here. What else, Patrick? Is there anything else? I filled most of the Kimberbell orders. We are doing both of those Kimberbell events. So they're going to be coming up. I just need to figure out the dates on that. But we are going to be doing the upcoming Kimberbell events. There is the, what are the upcoming Kimberbell events? Experience. There is a new 2-day, a new 1-day, and there is a new Spark event. So there's North Pole. That one's we'll probably do that at the end of the summer. There is also the experience. How come I'm 1 day? There's I think it's the barbecue one. There's Harvest Table, and that's really cute. It's going to be everything for the table, and there's napkins and napkin rings and fun stuff like that. And then there is, maybe the other one's a Spark event. What's it called? So we'll have all of those coming up. Oh, it's the red, white, and barbecue Spark event. So expect one. We just did one, the end of February. So there'll be one in April, June. I do them every 2 months. June, August. So we'll get signed up for those.
I think we need to start our live streams by saying I have no updates on the Scan and Cut auto rotary blades.
Yes. Let's Okay.
That's like, I'm going to be like, welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing, where we don't know when we're going to get the rest of our auto rotary blades. Unfortunately, Mary, we've delivered we've delivered probably 40, 50 or 60 of them, but like we
haven't done that many.
It's been close. But anyways, we don't have any additional updates. So,
yeah, and I don't have anything from my rep. So
well, and my rep, like, when I do ask, he's like, yeah, don't ask. This has been a product that they've been incredibly slow to get out the door. You know, we did have a couple of weeks where we got a bunch of them, and then nothing. So
yeah, so I was getting like 2 a week, 2, 3. Remember, we were like soup line, like they just dumped it in. And I was like, thank you, and walked away and was so thankful for getting that. And then they sent me 12, and then
they sent like 12 and then like 8, didn't they?
No, they sent 12. Don't listen to him. So they sent me 12, and then I've gotten 0 for like several weeks now. It's probably been about a month since I've gotten any of them. So yeah, we're waiting. I mean, I don't have mine, which is okay because I haven't been using my Scan & Cut. But I'm taking my Scan & Cut with me.
She bought the new Scan & Cut.
That's an option. That is an option. If you don't want to wait, buy a Scan & Cut.
Really want the rotary blade, you can get the new Scan & Cut, which comes with it. But I haven't. I'm at the bottom of the queue because I want my ladies to get it first. Oh yeah, you're not.
Because I have to have one for my other one. It can't be lonely.
Yes. Yeah. So, should we talk about a couple of class things?
I think it's almost 10.
That's okay. I don't know what.
Well, but like.
Oh, let's do the question of the day and the giveaway.
Yes.
Okay, and then you and Michelle can talk about the software.
Oh,
I mean, I don't even think we need to talk that much about the software.
Michelle would really like to talk about the software too.
I want them to
So, like 6 or 7 months
sit in the
ago,
back.
they came
sit
out.
up
Brother
front.
came out. Where did the software go, Jeannie? Like you grabbed it, and then where did you put it?
What are you talking
You
about?
had a copy of the
I
software.
handed it to you. Is that underneath that stuff?
Here it is, right here.
Okay. So, long story short, in September, Brother came out with advanced quilt design software.
So cool.
And so we didn't really know much about it. We sent Michelle home with a copy of it. And then we've just been really busy. We've talked about doing curriculum with this, and this is really what we're focused on. And yes, Michelle, we do carry quilting gloves. But this is the curriculum that Michelle's going to be working on
exciting.
while we're gone. In the meantime, I had somebody reach out to me at the store that was looking at, I think it was OESD quilting software. She called and asked if we had it. I told her we did not. And then she referred to the AccuQuilt quilting software. And I want to say the OESD stuff was $8.99 and the AccuQuilt was $6.99. And really what she was really focused on, she's like, I do my own quilt designs, but what I need is software that can tell me how much fabric I need. And I go, this is what I have. It's this advanced quilt design software, and I really don't know a whole lot about it because we're figuring it out and we're working on it right now, but you can do some research, and if it looks like it'll work, the software, which it retails for $499.99. And we're going to do a daily deal on this. And I don't know if we'll do that next week or what, but we'll do a daily deal on this. I basically was like, I'll do it for $3.99, but before you buy it, do your research. I don't know a whole lot about it. She ultimately bought it, and then I got a call from her. She bought it on a Saturday, and then she called me on Monday or Tuesday when we reopened, and she was like, oh my God, I love this software. So what can you tell us about this software?
I'm so excited. First of all, come in closer because y'all going to want to hear this. This is not embroidery design software. This does not create embroidery designs at all. It creates quilt blocks. It's a quilt designer that comes with a certain number of quilt blocks already in there that you can randomly mix together. You can design the size of the quilt, that you want to make. You can design how many blocks you want to make. You can design this, if you have a sashing in between your blocks, if you have a border around your blocks, you essentially can design your whole quilt, okay? Then, if you would like, you can take pictures of your fabric and you can upload it and assign it to a specific part of the block. In other words, I'm just going to say you have 2 pieces in your block. The left side's green, the right side's orange. You can assign those. No, this is no embroidery software here, Rollo.
This is quilt designing software.
This is quilt designing software. We're totally old school sewing machine software. So, but what it does that's incredible is it sends all of your pieces directly to your Scan and Cut, grouped by color, and lets you know how much fabric you need to buy. So you know that I don't shred fabric and sew it back together. The Scan and Cut makes it easy because it cuts the piece the right size. If I need it to draw stitching lines for me so that I can keep a 1/4 inch seam allowance, it'll do that. It'll calculate how much fabric I need. Can you design your own blocks? Yes, you can design your own blocks. You can upload them. And essentially, then when you sew it together, you just print out a picture of what you designed on the software, and it'll show you your basic assembly steps. So, am I really excited about it? Oh yeah, I am really excited about it. And I have taken so long to work on it because I had Software 101 going. I'm like, okay, I gotta have time to do other stuff because this had me, not a quilter, really excited about the potential of, marrying it with my Scan and Cut. And Patrick had talked earlier about how going, into the future, we're looking at how all these machines integrate with all the pieces. Even your sewing machine can integrate with your Scan and Cut with this.
So it's funny because we do have clients that I feel like, I don't want to say they're underserved, but embroidery is such a big thing in our world right now.
This is the first thing for the non-embroiderer.
When this came out and we saw it, I was like, let's make an investment in this software. And then, it's been 6 months, but we've just been waiting for kind of the right time to use it. But, Michelle was like, it's super cool. And then I think what really kind of piqued my interest was, like I said, last week, having that customer that looked at it that was like, it's half the price.
Yeah. It was nice having her
competitive software. And, and really hearing kind of that idea that if you've had a quilt kind of sitting in your head, or if you're really trying to figure out...
Or if it's drawn out on graph paper.
Yeah, drawn out on graph paper. Because it'll do the designs, it'll do the patterns, it'll do all that stuff.
You can put your own designs in, so then you can create your quilt out of using the block that you designed.
Right. And then, and what she was really most concerned about was just figuring out how much fabric she needs.
That's huge. I have a hard time with that, even for regular projects. Right. I would love it if my embroidery projects would tell me how much fabric I needed.
Well, and it was Jeannie being Jeannie, as we were talking about it the day that we were talking about the curriculum we're working on, Jeannie's like, so wait a minute. When you're done, it'll send all of it to the Scan and Cut, and there's not no fabric waste, but almost minimal fabric waste. Especially, and I know ladies are waiting for the
Gail.
Rotary
this is
blade.
One that we can have fun with together.
Yeah.
Yes, Gail.
So we'll this will be a daily deal. We'll just do it next week sometime. We're not going to talk about it today, but there's another piece of software that we're going to be working on curriculum too. It's not touchscreen.
Can I just show the picture?
It's the Brother Advanced Quilt Design Software.
Software 101 is not for this. Software 101 was for PE design software or palette software.
So they can see it.
That's embroidery software. This is not embroidery software. This is a quilting software.
So, for those of us who don't embroider, I can say that because I don't really embroider. But for our customers that don't embroider, and I keep talking about this environment that Brother is building. And for our Baby Lock customers, this does not exclude you.
Yeah,
like
and
the
that's
the,
huge.
the only difference between Brother and Baby Lock in this front is wireless connectivity and wireless communication between the machines. Your Baby Locks won't talk directly to the scan and
But
cut.
they can send
That
it from
said-
the software, so it's on their laptop, not their
Yeah,
sewing
so
machine.
so use of thumb drives, stuff like that is totally easy, and the software will communicate. So by no stretch are we excluding anybody that's a Baby Lock customer.
No. That's what I like is its inclusiveness.
And
You don't even have to have a high-end machine to sew out the quilt when you're done.
well, and if like even if you're outside of that environment,
Yeah.
like even if you're outside of the Brother Baby Lock environment,
Yeah,
like if you've got a
absolutely.
FOF or a Viking or a Bernina, it doesn't matter. The software would work. It's gonna still communicate with the scan and cut. You know, Genie's funny because what we've been hearing more and more is how the scan and cut is really displacing die cutters with the rotary blade. Game changer. So
In
really,
one word, scan.
yeah. So you know, the ability to unlimited ability to cut. So really excited about it. It's gonna be our giveaway today.
So answer the question. Don't just say hi.
So
Everybody
hey
needs-
Jeannie,
what was the question?
We need a runner-up giveaway. Should I do the tweezers?
Michelle, Kelly, which software
Almost.
are you looking at me doing a Technique Tuesday sample on? If it's this one, I will be working on a quick demo on that during the time that Jeannie and Patrick are
Yeah, there'll
gone.
be a demo for the class that she's going to do
Yeah.
with the software.
If you're
So-
looking for PE Design or Palette, then that's different. And if you're looking for simply Applique or any of the other ones, that's different too. So, and I have no idea what EQ does. I'm assuming EQ
I
Sense.
think
Isn't that
EQ
like
was.
the?
I think EQ was one of the software programs that the woman was asking me.
Oh
about.
yeah, I have no
'Cause
idea. I don't know.
she was talking about and it's funny. I keep saying
Who's the
OESD
manufacturer on that EQ? Is that
software. I
Handy
think it
Coulter?
was. You know, I don't think so. I don't know who it is, but like it was like a Bernina software. There was an AccuQuilt software that she was looking at, and then there was.
Yeah, I have no idea because I'm not
Okay.
fluent.
I need 2 seconds.
Okay.
I am not
So,
fluent in
Do you want to come back?
quilting software.
Or you?
Pat, can you hang on just 1 second? Sure, go ahead.
So I actually need to run. I've got somebody here who's in need of
So-
my knowledge. But
What was the question?
so the question is for Jeannie, because I have all kinds of plans for St. George, but Jeannie's like, all the ladies have been to St. George and have these suggestions about what to do in St. George. So it's a question pertaining to Jeannie's vacation in St. George. What are your suggestions that we do while in southern Utah?
And places to go.
And
eat.
places to go and eat.
That's all I
Jeannie
want to
said.
do is eat.
Come on,
so.
Jeannie.
Eat
All
and
right.
sew.
So
Okay.
that's the question of the day. This will be the grand prize, and then the runner-up prize will be a pair of those wonderful tweezers.
The Tula
Bye.
Pinks. I'm a huge Tula Pink fan. I love Tula Pink.
We're just going to talk about one upcoming class
Ooh,
because
I'm
it's
so
up
excited.
on the calendar.
Look at how stinking cute this is.
So when
So-
I met Michelle for the first time, it was at a B2B. She was doing the multi-needle class for the dealers, and they bring in their samples. So the very front of the room is filled with samples
Oh, that
from
was fun.
from the educator. So
I have
it's
pictures
like,
of that still.
And I remember seeing her candy bags.
Wall to wall.
And I was like, oh my God, those are so incredible and fun. And they look like maybe I
Ooh,
could do
yeah.
it. It's not going to be as great.
There you go.
That's what people have said, Carol.
Yeah, please go for me.
So the very first class when Michelle, when the angels dropped her into our lives here
Aw.
at A1, because we needed somebody like Michelle, and she's part of our dream team.
I needed a home like this.
The first class that she did for us, and I mean at this point that was what, 2 3
2 years. It's going to be 2. It is 2 years.
2 years
No,
ago.
July.
I
July will be 2
said,
years.
can you do a candy bag class? Because they're just like, I thought it would be fun and it'd be a good like way to meet the customers. So it's been a while, and we were talking about it, and we are like, hey, how about How about another candy bag class?
So when I resurrect an idea, I don't just do the same thing over in a different color. So the first candy bag we used an in the hoop design. And this candy bag is all sewing. But what I love about this pattern, it's beginner friendly. You only have to be able to sew a straight seam. I promise I have zipper tips and techniques that will take your fear of the zipper away. But this is the kind of pattern that you can change into whatever size you want. Can you hand me the pink one?
Yeah.
All right, so same principle, and look at how big this one is.
This is the one that you'll be doing in class.
You'll be doing this little guy. He's so cute.
You've got the channel lock, and you can blow it up. You could add vinyl to it. Oh, look how cute this is.
And it's got goodies inside.
Because Michelle, isn't that cute? Won't this be so much fun for Easter? Because this would be a great gift for that little girl, that little boy, or that big girl or big boy. You could fill it with, instead of doing an Easter basket, fill it with their candy.
You know,
and then afterwards,
love boxes, bags, and
Yeah.
pouches that fit jewelry. I'm thinking a Tiffany box would fit in this one.
Yeah.
And if that's not in your lineup, that's fine. Your clips will fit in here too.
Yeah, your clips will fit in there. I could give one to Violet for her makeup. She would think it was so much
That's
fun.
all the makeup she uses?
The
It's going to fit in that small one? We have to make it a little bit bigger.
I mean, like the big one. If you did like a big one or something like that. Michelle's kidding this.
Except for the bags.
Yes.
You have to get your own bags and lining. And this bag used 2 candy bags because you fold it over. So if you want to see it up right side up on both sides, takes 2 candy bags. If you just want to do 1 candy bag, then the other side, one side's going to
So
the
we're
prints
only
upside
kidding
down.
this because we're not going to kit the other one because that's not okay.
No, I'm gonna
But are
have
they
lots
gonna
of
make-
samples.
Are they only making?
They're
this one?
only making one, but I'm bringing a ton of samples with me, and I'll also give you some directions in the Facebook group for this class on how I did the bigger ones, how I judge by size, what numbers I use for the boxing the corners. I mean, literally, it's an easy beginner pattern. It really is. You just have to have some basic sewing skills. And let me
So
see that. Some of that
the
one there.
reason we're showing this to you right now is because
2 squares, ladies. Really. And then I have another one the pattern's coming that's kind of like round. The Sweet Pea one is kind
Yeah.
of round, and it's kind of cute too. This one has padding in it. These don't. So it's a great little class.
So, and we're showing it to you right now because now's the time you want to get your bags. So go to your Target, go to your Walmart, pick out the cutest candy wrapper bags they have there. What size should they get? Does it matter?
Whatever size you want. These were the standard M&M candy bags, and I'm a fan of those because they have the cutest pictures on them for every single holiday.
Look how cute he
But
is.
there's some Hershey's ones out there that were really cute. You just don't want anything really, really, really big. So just the standard M&M size.
If you got something big, couldn't they fussy cut it or cut it down? Or
Yeah,
no?
you could fussy cut it. Just know that you're only going to use like 4.5 by 6 of the pattern in this size. So
And then if you do find big bags, you can save them and you can use them for maybe like a
other
bigger
things.
project. So I want you to start looking at your candy bags and going and hoarding some candy bags. You can use it as an excuse to buy all that candy.
No, Michelle, they are the standard sized candy bags that hold the M&Ms, just M&Ms like
yeah, they're
live.
just kind of like this big. What, like probably
Yeah.
5 inches by like 7 inches or something like
Yeah.
that. What's going to be in your kit? Can you tell them what's
So
going to be in the kit?
the kit will be everything that you need except for your 2 candy bags and your lining fabric, because this has lining in it. And so there'll be some foam in there because I did this with foam.
Here's
I mean,
some
y'all
of the
know that I
lining.
love flex foam because it gives so much texture to fabric. So your flex foam will be there. Your piece of iron-on vinyl that's going to go over the cover of your candy bags will be in there. A little piece of fold-over elastic will be in there so that you have your tabs. Your zipper tape will be in there. There's a choice of 4 colors, so please, when you sign up, be sure and put the color of the Cheryl, just give the candy to the neighbors. That's what I do.
I'll eat it too.
Bring it in here. The boys love it. And then also your zipper pull. And then because I love doing this kind of stuff, I'm going to put a little baggie of what I call tchotchkes. That's, charms, tassels, things that you can decorate your zipper pull on your
Yeah,
own.
because
for.
look how boring it is. Well, it's still not that boring, but
Cindy, the
when
class
you
is
add
up
it,
on the website. One is, I believe, the 22nd of March.
I get 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then the other both of them are before Easter. That's why it's kind of
So
in a
can
rush
they
to get
just
them.
type in candy bag?
Easter candy bag.
Easter
Easter
candy
candy
bag.
bag.
So they're so cute.
They really are.
And I love this pattern. I love it with the channel locking because
Yeah,
it just.
it is.
Not the channel locking, with
So-
the channel sewing. It just looks so
Here's
cute.
what people ask me all the time. How long does it last? Well, A, remember you're sewing on trash. Okay, that's primary. B, I have some that I made the year that Jeannie went to B2B. So what's that, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
5 years ago, that I am still carrying daily with my USBs in my backpack, and it's still together.
Yeah, and I think you don't have to worry about it not lasting because there's a layer of vinyl on top that you're going to adhere to it. So it's not just the candy bag.
Yeah.
There's the candy bag with a protective coating
Even this
on
has
top
got
of
the
this.
vinyl. Even this, though it doesn't have any foam in it, even this has a layer of vinyl over the top of it.
So for our sewists and for those of you who just want to do something fun, you want to do something for those grandkids, whatever you want to do, go ahead and get your little.
We're going to have fun. It's a little 2-hour class, but I'm going to give you a lot of hints and tricks on the Facebook page. There's only going to be one short prep video for class on the Facebook page, but everything. Thank you, Secretary Mundy. I can't tell you how much I appreciate
I know, I love
Secretary
it.
Mundy.
I
She's
love
like
it.
the best part of the morning feed.
I'm going to get going. Are you
I'm
good
done.
to go?
Yeah, I'm
well,
done.
then have a great weekend. Put in those comments. Let me know where you think we should be going and channel that inner winner. For that quilt software, it's $499.
You're right. Michelle, you can't pick a zipper color, but just put it in the comments when you check out.
Yeah,
The pictures are there in the Shopify. The pictures of the colors of the tape are there. But if we put in variants, then it doesn't let me control how many people can sign up for the class. So or shoot us an email and tell us what color you want. Just let us know what color that you want in your with your stuff. So, I am done, but let's see if I can figure out how. Oh, end stream. Hey, everybody have a fabulous day. Go out, be kind, and do something inspiring.